Okay, welcome back to your daily dose, everybody. I really wanted to continue this series because you guys outpoured support of this. We're going to continue finding our perfect home here in Central Florida in Orlando. Just to let you guys know, I am not an expert, just someone who's been living here and who has been house hunting in the Central Orlando area, specifically rated by Walt Disney World. Now today, I wanted to cover Windermere, which basically is where I live right now. I think a lot of you guys know that I live in Windermere. I've talked about it before. I love Windermere for a lot of specific reasons, and there's a lot of different types of houses you can get in Windermere. Price ranges, it's literally one of the best places to live in my opinion, and I have ambitions to live here for a long time. I don't really care if you guys know where I live in like what city. I'm trying to help you guys and just kind of give you guys like a better general sense of where to look if you guys do plan on living down here, because currently there's a lot of people moving down here in Central Florida, and the inventory is kind of going a little bit quick, but not as quick as we've seen it before. In Windermere, there's a lot of price reductions. Now, this is way different than Celebration. It's not as expensive in certain areas because Windermere, they have a lot of gated communities and they have a lot of $1 million homes that we've seen such in Celebration. And since my last video where we were talking about Celebration, I have reduced the price range of the house that I do want to get. So I've even considered 500,000 because that's literally the lowest in Windermere. As we kind of get going, we'll kind of talk about this. But I do want to bring up a map on Zillow here real quick for Windermere. Side note regarding house prices, you're not gonna find a house for anything less 500,000 basically anywhere here in Central Florida. That is literally the lowest price. You can go lower for a townhome, but some townhomes are in the $500,000 range, and then some older, really old ones, 400. So I'll give you guys some info on that. Here's a quick little screenshot on Zillow. Now, one of the best parts for me is why I love Windermere is because you're not gonna get that heavy traffic going to where you live every day like you might see going to Hamlin, which we haven't covered yet. Hamlin on Reams Road will always be backed up during rush hour, and Windermere is so nice because you don't get that rush hour bumper to bumper traffic. Now, people do go through, but in my opinion, it's not as bad as we see going south of Disney World into Kissimmee, into Davenport. You're not going to get that traffic, which is what I love the most. You don't get the traffic going into Celebration, and you don't get it going into Windermere. And I think because of that, that's why the prices are a little bit higher than you're going to see down south of Disney World and Four Corners, Reunion, Champions Gate. It takes forever to go there. And Windermere, in my opinion, is far superior because you're not going to get that traffic that you see on I-4. It's kind of like in its own little bubble, similar to Celebration, but way bigger than Celebration. I kind of feel like a realtor, but I don't look like a realtor because I'm wearing a hat. And what realtor would you buy a house with selling a hat? I'm not a realtor. I'm a vlogger. Most of you guys know that, but carrying on. So here's a little screenshot of Windermere. Now there's two basically very wealthy, well, there's a lot of wealthy areas in Windermere. Anything gated. Shaq used to live here in Windermere in a place called Isleworth. Isleworth, there's mansions. Actually, let me show you a mansion right now. This house is incredible. There is a whopping, first of all, side note, I saw some of you guys' comments on the last video that said I should move into Golden Oak. You guys are funny if you think I can afford Golden Oak. Thank you so much. I'll take that as a compliment, but I can't afford anything near that. Here we go. It's a $25 million home. We're gonna go through this and show you guys some pictures. In my opinion, it's not for me. It looks kind of like a decked out hotel or some national treasure type person who's gonna hide stuff in their own house and do scavenger hunts every day, because it's 14,000 square feet, 10 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms. The heck? Not for me. It kind of reminds me of Poison Ivy in a way, from Batman. Poison Ivy live here. Let's just call this the Poison Ivy house. It's incredible. Some of the stuff does look dated, but yeah, I would not be buying this for $25 million. The pool's insane, but this is like a nature lover's. Ooh, that's my alarm. A nature lover's house. And now we're gonna take another one, another look at an Isleworth mansion. An Isleworth is a really prestigious area. It's where Tiger Woods used to live, and again, Shaq. So many people well off in the world. A very prestigious area here in Florida. Now this one is $15 million, 20,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms. But wait till you see inside. I know this is kind of getting sidetracked, but it's so interesting and so cool to show this, because, you know, none of us can afford this. It's literally insane. Just wait till you see the bathrooms. Like, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, look at this, the foyer, the grand staircase. It looks like the Haunted Mansion, but, you know, not haunted. Huge, obviously, living space. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I kind of just want to fast forward to look at, there's a freaking spa. There's a spa in your house. Like, I guess if you're buying a $15 million house, why not just hire someone and you can have your own personal spa or bath night, whatever it is, every night you want to go into it. Obviously the master bedroom's crazy, ridiculous, but wait till you see these kids' rooms. Oh, the home theater. The home theater reminds me of the home theater on the Disney Wish. It's literally decked out like it, and I'm pretty sure someone from Disney customized this home, because what I'm trying to get to is look at these kids' rooms. You see that castle? Yeah. That's a bedroom, and to the left, that's the kids' bathroom. Better than like probably any of our bathrooms. And on the other side of the castle, look at, there's a bed, there's a TV. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And then there's another room with Cinderella's coach, carriage, whatever you want to call it. Incredible, probably like $200,000 to do that. They have like another rainforest room. They have a Star Wars room. Like, you go into the forest, and then there's a Mandalorian room. Incredible. It looks kind of like the Galactic Star Cruiser in a way. And then they have a Toy Story room. You know, when the kid outgrows Toy Story, put him in the Star Wars room. But there's 7 bedrooms. It's incredible. You guys get the general gist. Windermere is one of the wealthiest areas here in Central Florida, near Walt Disney World. Incredible mansions. But now let's talk about the affordable part. There's obviously that very prestigious side, where wherever you move into these gated communities, it can be $1 million up to $25 million. None of us can do that, but I'm trying to let you guys know, you know, it's this kind of area, but it's not all like that. Generally, homes in this area, it's similar to Celebration. They're gonna be close together unless you live in like the very prestigious area, and a lot of them are gonna be averaging from $500 to about $1 million. More gonna be so in the 800s because they are pretty big square feet. But you can find a pretty affordable home in this area. But if it's pretty low, like 500, it's probably gonna be a little bit older inside, and you're gonna need to work on some of the interior. But the cool thing about this area is it's like its own little bubble again. You have Publix, you have a huge shopping area. That's where I go all the time. There's actually 2 Publixes because Windermere is a pretty big area. There's like multiple shopping centers, and the cool thing is it's over by Winter Garden, so you have a Target. But during rush hour it does kind of get busy, but it's never going to be that bumper to bumper when you're going south of Walt Disney World. You're not going to have to worry about that heavy traffic, which is very nice. I'm all about not a lot of traffic, so I really hope if Windermere is a place that I do end up living, that they do not build anything else, because I really love how it's populated, but it's not crazy populated where I'm gonna be stuck in traffic each and every single day. And I feel like the price homes aren't really that bad. There's gonna be some that are dated, but in my opinion, Windermere is a really great place to live. And it neighbors Hamlin. Hamlin's a relatively new development. Waterley's over there. It's very nice. It's a very nice place. Just expensive because I believe it's because of the fact that there's really not much traffic, and they're newer homes. They're good builds. It's technically old money because of those mansions inside Windermere, but it's a place that I really ultimately love. I love because it's not very populated. I love not traffic at all. But there's kind of like this little island of Windermere, like downtown Windermere. It's like its own little oasis in between Lake Butler and Lake Down, I think it's believed. It's called. That area does get pretty packed because Conroy Way in Windermere leads all the way to Universal. That road does get kind of congested, so keep that in mind if you kind of go. I think it's called Chase Road. That area does get pretty populated. But one other side note too, they have a Tibet Butler Nature Preserve. It's free and you can just go and walk and kind of roam. There's just so many things about Windermere that I really do ultimately love. Real quick, I did forget to mention something because I didn't mention a lot about this in Celebration, but inside of Windermere, obviously there's schools. There's tons of schools, and they also have a school called Windermere Prep, which is one of the best prep schools, I believe, in the state of Florida. It's really, really hard to get on in, and it's really expensive. But the high school here, I heard, is pretty good. The middle school, as well as the elementary schools, are very good in Windermere. Don't have kids, but I saw one of your guys' comments and said, make sure you mention the schools. There you go, people, kiddos, or planning to have kiddos. Remember, keep in mind, if you're thinking about moving towards Walt Disney World, Windermere, Hamlin, Winter Garden doesn't have like any tourists at all, which is ginormous. There's really no hotels over here, so I think that's what doesn't really bring the traffic as you see again during South. I'm not trying to like hate on anything down South. I just don't like touristy areas, really populated areas. I like to feel like, you know, I'm not living in the tourist area, because, you know, I go to the tourist area every single day. Nothing against tourists, but, you know, it's kind of that own oasis type vibe, which is great. So I guess to kind of summarize this up, prices are a little bit higher, lower than Celebration, because you can't really find anything crazy expensive here unless you go into like the gated areas. In Celebration, they're all going to be pretty darn high, and that's what I love Windermere, guys. I love Winter Garden. Hamlin, we'll start covering those ones as well. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. This one was kind of like a little quick one, a little quick breakdown, just to give you guys a general sense of the area. But today we are going to start packing to Wisconsin, so let me get that going right now. Now, as some of you guys might know, I am currently on my way up to Wisconsin. My flight is actually right now, so when you guys see this, I will be up in the air headed to Green Bay, well, technically Milwaukee, and then on Sunday for the Green Bay Packer game. Can't wait for that. I'm so excited, obviously, to be back home in Wisconsin. It's going to be cold, though, but let's get some coffee. I wanted to show you a really cool place here around Windermere that I love going. It's right across from Magic Kingdom. What in the world? There is no line for Starbucks today. This is a very rare case, folks.
I'm good, thank you for asking. What can we get started for you?
I would love to get a grande iced latte with 3 pumps of vanilla. No classic, I don't know what that means, but no classic.
No worries. What else can we get for you?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. I do live for Starbucks. That's good. Tried something new today. Oh, that's good. It's a chugger. Side note about living in Florida, it took me really long to get used to this. You see this? There's like back roads to houses, and a lot of houses are kind of this style. How the garage is literally built underneath your home. It's pretty unique, pretty different. It's taken me a while to get used to this, but a lot of houses are like this, and there's a lot of back roads like this as well. Very similar to how I treat you guys when you send me stuff with your small business. I love to shout out small businesses around where I'm from and where I live that are amazing that you guys should try. This is right next to West Clock, right behind Magic Kingdom. If you have a car, come up here and drive. Michelle, I hope she's here. She was wonderful at Stuff a Bagel. It's amazing. Great customer service inside here. Just wanted to highlight it because they have great bagels and they're super nice people. Dude, this is so good. The nearest bagel I could find that tastes like New York bagels. Just gotta do some packing for Wisconsin. Having some technical issues with my mics. I have 2 of these, but I don't think my microphone is the issue. I think it's the camera, which isn't good. But I've been needing to upgrade and wanting to upgrade, so I might have a new camera after my break. I'm gonna be taking a carry-on. Usually just take a backpack, but I gotta bring a lot of things home. Starting with this. It sucks to get my parents. This is such a nice blanket. Also, guys, I've kind of been working on something secretively, and it has to do... Actually, I don't think I'm ready to tell you guys that. Sorry, it's kind of a big tease. My bad. Stuff in the P.O. box that belongs to my dad getting packed. Now the big problem is it's kind of cold in Wisconsin, and I don't really have that much cold stuff anymore. So we're just kind of gonna pack a lot and have options. Winter jacket. I guess I'll throw this sweatshirt in there. Underwear. Thick socks, because I can't do these thin socks because every time I'm in Wisconsin my feet freeze. Socks. I don't know exactly what I'm wearing, but I gotta bring options. Gotta bring a Packers jersey. Don't know if it's gonna fit over everything because this is a tight fit, but got my Rodgers jersey. Hopefully that fits over everything. Probably won't, but we have options. I know I'm from Wisconsin, but I just don't like packing for the cold. That's why it's just so simple here in Florida. I don't know what to do. Hello?
Hello.
What do you think I should pack for the game? Or just like in Wisconsin in general? Because I don't really know what to do.
What do you mean, like clothing-wise?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really think you need to pack a whole lot. I mean, you can you can do exactly how you were for our game when we went. You know, you've got...
Because I have stuff at home, right?
Yeah, you've got... Hold on, let me just go because you've got... I don't know if you want to wear your winter coat, but if you have a packer hat, take your packer hat, winter hat.
I don't have a winter hat here, but I was thinking about bringing I don't think I should bring my winter jacket because I have that one there that's thicker, right? Yeah, and I probably wear dad's, never mind, yeah, I'm not going to pack a jacket.
Yeah, because you've got...
Okay, honestly, I don't think I'm going to bring anything because I'll just wear dad stuff, and I feel like when I go to Wisconsin, it's not really like a fashion show. Even though I don't really dress like a fashion show here. So I have enough stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Gotta get in the show.
Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm kind of packed, not really packed. Packing really wasn't the whole gist of the video today. Obviously, you guys saw like the main video, but I'll be in Wisconsin today when you guys see this video. If you guys don't follow my Instagram for updates of traveling. And yeah, I'm really excited to kick off the next day. Or what is it going to be? Monday, we're going to have the Packer game up, and Sunday, tomorrow will be my travel day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And what city you might want me to do next. Hoping that this starts working soon. I'm using my old microphone because last time, fun fact, that thing broke in Lambeau Field because it was too cold. So I had to buy this one, but now this one's having troubles. But regardless, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And that was it for your Daily Dose.